Jocelyn, you are from 999 pack, na? Jocelyn Jos.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, okay. You are a Malayali, na?
Yeah.
Okay. Your voice is slow. Okay, no problem. So the people, this is the second session for the market profile class because people are interested to have to see and visualize our recorded versions. So we will start it right now. I know we are
Yes,
going to
sir.
start it. Okay.
Okay.
So just 1 minute. Hello. Hello. Okay. Anyone knows about market profile? Have you heard about market profile prior to that? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Have you heard about market profile before some time? Not when I'm not started showing to you. Before that, have you heard about the market profile from anywhere, from sources like web, YouTube, or any other sources?
Somewhere we have. I think I
Okay.
have. I read or something like that. Some in journals or something like that. This market profile like that, but we don't have an idea what it is. We may think about
Okay.
it. It's a general term or something like that. We were not paying attention to that time before.
Okay. So the market profile, Justin, have you heard about market profile?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you heard about it? From any sources like YouTube or which one web page or some people discussing? I
See
just
the
want to know. It's a subject. It's very complicated. But when you started using it to your for the system, you can minimize the trade and maximize the profits.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hello.
ജസ്ലിൻ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. സാറിന്റെ കണക്ഷൻ കട്ടായോ?
Again, the connection not gone because just a minute. I have some which one? Some power cut. So I just started the inverter. Okay, just give me.
ഓക്കെ.
So actually, the market profile is a subject very you have to complicate, not to complicate, but to study well. For example, I was using because like Anup knows me from I'm trading for more than 16 to 17 years currently. So when in my initial stage of starting of trading was using candlestick pattern. Everybody on those times started using candlestick pattern. But when I am working with the Morgan Stanley that time, the people they're using different method, like a proprietary institutions. Like what happened, they were using many setups which were not known to the people like others. So like even though many brokers also not we didn't see that kind of setup which Morgan Stanley used, which Merrill Lynch used, Bank of America, which one, which one, some other like many companies which where they are doing the PMS portfolio service and across the nation countries. So institutions, they used to call it an institutional. So the market profile is a setup derived by Stedilmeyer in 1959. You think about it, it's in 1959. So the market profile was used in Chicago Board of Trade till 80, 85 or 80 range, 85, 86 range. They were only to the people, those who are institutional traders, not to the people like institutional traders. So the why I'm saying this is very, very important means in India, we came to know by 2010 or 11. That time, even only for if you calculate the number, if you are trading people like 1 lakh people were trading, only 2 or 3 people were using this market profile on those days, on those years. So what happened? Like now, the institution having different setups to trade for. Currently, they are having many because of my friend, one from Numera. I have friends over Numera, Morgan Stanley. So they were using they can able to watch and identify 100 to 200 depth of orders. Currently, some of you people are using Zerodha. Who are using Zerodha trading platform?
I think my broker is Sirodha only.
Okay, so you can able to watch 20 depth order, na? 20.
Yeah, normally
Yeah,
it's
but
20.
that
Yeah.
that kind of utility currently the people some people it's called iceberg orders. Many people can for not many people, the institutional people can able to watch 100 to 200 depth of orders. They put
Mhm.
in for the data which is provided by the NSE. Many data providers are taking from NSE by paying the money, and they are providing it. So that's
Yeah.
why now we are after the COVID, the data driven market is currently running. So the change, because when the market is to calculate, there will be a post COVID market and pre COVID market. Pre COVID, because when I am trading markets in 2018 17, the volume is very, very less compared to current. For example, there was a time when we are seeing an 1 crore of selling in the option side. So for example, 15,500 PE writers was very adamant over last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened to those PE writers? Writers, you heard about writers. Yesterday, have you heard about writing? Have you heard about buying, option buying and heading, writing?
Yeah, I know.
So this is when people are writing, when in my trading early years of 2013, 14, 16, 17, on those years in 10 also, when we are seeing a huge writing, that is the area which won't break. You got it? That is the
Yes.
area which won't break, and people are used to say that this is a big support or a big resistance. You got it?
Yes.
When that kind of scenario has been changed vigorously after the COVID fall. Now, for example, when we discussing into the premium group setup, I used to say that the writing is happening around 30 and 40 rupees or 5 to 10 rupees. Those people are forced to cover the position above 120, 130. So what will happen? For example, last Thursday, I seen from around the Twitter world, there has been a huge loss. Even Midesh Engineer, I know him personally. Midesh, you heard about Midesh Engineer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him personally. From Midesh Engineer has lost 1.5% of the capital. He's having a capital of more than 50 crores. So you think about the loss. You got it. So around the corner, the people were forced to cover the position due to the liquidity. That is why liquidity driven. That's why data driven market is currently running. And that's why we have to focus data driven setup, not like a candlestick. Candlestick setups are used currently. Still, the people of 95% of the entire trading community is trading with candlestick. I never say that candlestick is a false setup, so we cannot able to make money. We can able to make money, but when we are making candlestick pattern also. For example, I will show you when there is a market in range, we will lose the money. we can't able to buy the call or buy the puts. You got it? We will lose the money.
Yes.
When market is breaking out, we will get the trades. And 60 to 70% of people, those who are losing money over range market, not intend to take the trade, and they will fear. They fear to take the trade of next breakout trades. What happened when the next breakout trades happen? They will fear. They won't take it, and they will lose. They will start saying that when I am selling, the market is going up.
Going up.
When I
Yeah.
am buying, the market is coming down. These kind of scenarios, when people were used to make and say, when the post-corona, pre-corona, I used to take classes in Bangalore, Delhi. I gone there, so I have seen these kind of scenarios from everywhere, every corners, by saying that this is what happening, so what to do. So you have to figure out that nothing is certain in the market, and not even the big institutional players are so making losses. So don't think that you are a small boy or you cannot able to make money. You have to clear that thing from your pre-cortina. The pre-cortina is the training setup which we are using, because that's a brain area where we have to see minimal activity when we are doing trades. So that pre-cortina cortina time, trading time, that will active more and they will induce more things. So that time we have a fear that will work on a negative side. That's why I used to say that this kind of setup has to utilize for you people to make money. So this is an elaborate setup. I have to say this is candlestick pattern is a lagging indicator pattern. Are you agreeing with that or not? You got? Are you agreeing with that or not? Candlestick pattern is a lagging indicator. Do you can have? Do you able to see a seller or a buyer over a candlestick pattern? The candle will show as a red or green. That only
Yeah.
the candle indication. Can you, or do you able to see inside in the candle? I have doubt. You will
Not
see
at all
that,
possible.
because the candlestick pattern will provide you the color. The color of the candle determines the trend of the trend you are going to supposed to make. So you will say that if the candle is showing the green, you will say, you will think about that, what is, अरे ये तो ऊपर चलना पड़ेगा, तो मैं इधर से कॉल भरना बाई करना पड़ेगा, तो बाई करके मैं आराम से बैठूंगा. So we will
Uh,
buy and we will sit. There was a thought, there was a quotation used by Motilal Oswal: buy right and sit tight. You got it? And never ever trust any broker calls. Please, this is throughout my experience, I am saying it. So never ever trust. You will get 100 calls, 90 calls are going to hit stop losses, and 10 calls you will get the profit, and they will highlight the 10 calls.
mm,
I never, because I'm not, they have a system of making good money to the property accounts. They're using it for property accounts, but they will see we like retailer as a which one, third world people, where we are come to fight. We are come to fight for food. We are come to fight for many things. So we are not. We are. They will think like that, because they are the. We are the brokerage generator for them. They will know that they will. We will go and will come. But the properties once gone is, they won't come back to the system. Then they are giving good brokerage also. But, for example, I work with the S Bank when we have a property system in
oh,
Mumbai. We have a property system. What happened now? When the property system now, we will provide them good support system. And whatever the calls we are providing to the securities common way, that is very, because I will come to the latest slide. I will provide a slide like that. What we are in a early majority, adapters, early adapters, and laggers. You got a laggards. Laggards means, what do you mean with laggard? Laggard means the people those who are coming very late to be a laggard. So the retailers, out of 98%, 96% are laggard people. That's why the retailers are never making money. It's a true. Only 5% of the trading community is making money, and the rest of 95% are making or not making. They are losing money. This is true. This is true, and this is true. This has to be very, which one you have to fix it to your brain. So why are you want to be in the 95% or are you want to be in the 5%? That is the choice I'm giving here in order to avoid which on false trades. So difference between market profile and candlestick. Market profile, when it's denoted, I will share that slides. So you have to figure out why market profile is important than, because market profile is the data driven subject, and you want, it's not a lagging indicator, it's a leading indicator. Sometimes, for example, just like, are you in my triple nine group or are you in my premium group? Hello.
999.
So, for example, I said now, oh, even though HDFC is not showing good up, I said to you people that we are able to be 17, 15, 750 and above that. And for the
Yeah,
premium
correct.
group, yeah, and for the premium group, I said now we are going to see 16,850, sorry, 15,850 by Monday. Anup, you I
Yes,
think you remember it. So
yes,
why I'm saying that it is a leading indicator given by the market profile. And for example, for when my trading journey through market profile is, I started using it for 2015 to 16. When one of my friend from Mumbai has introduced to me, when I'm attending the Dubai workshop, there's a guy from US came over there and taken a classes.
oh,
So first year I was, अरे I thought ना ये क्या करता है, ये तो बड़ा joke है ना. He's saying this a letter is denoted given in week which on trade setup. That on trading with that year I lose around good money. You got it? Because because whenever new system comes into line, I using a trading account for you to study. Because when we are studying, when we are making, and when we are paper trading, when we are backtesting, no emotional baggage is added over there. When we are into live trading, the 95% of our trades are based on emotional baggage. Have you clear?
yes,
On the paper trading, we don't have any emotions to bagged in. When we are into a trade setup, when we are into live, the emotion has to be bagged into, and the 95% of the decisions were based on the emotions only. You got it? So
yes,
that's why that's why I never trust any backdated data. Whenever I have to see or I'm going to see or I seen a system to introduce to my setup, I will do with a not paper trading, I will do with a physical trading. When I will do real money put into, I will do with one or two lots, but this is to be a real money to put into. Where my emotions has to play a bigger part over my trading skills. Why I'm going to take through a paper trading? The emotions won't work on a paper. The emotions will be working on a real trading because there is a real money putting into. So this is how I start. I haven't made any money in 2015, 16 year. I am lose. I lose money over 16, 17. I started gaining knowledge in 17, 18 by understanding over a period of time. I started gaining knowledge of a market profile and I stopped losing. The carnage in losing must gradually came down. In 17, 18, I didn't lose a small money. I lose it. But 18, 19, I started making small money. And that fulfill happened in 2020. I think I have many people have known that I have made a good money over this kind of years. Using currently from 2018 to 19 year, to 2018 ending, I started using only market profile. And never I given any candlestick pattern. I was using it, but I completely started offering candlestick pattern from my side over 2020. So from last 2 years, I've been using market profile as a primary tool for my trading skills and my all setups, my all calls provided to the premium members, not the equity part. Please don't compare it equity. Equity is it's a work area where people, then we are working with the bigger players and bigger institution players, and I work with the equity through point and figure charts. I work equity through some other setups. I'm not. I avoided candlestick also from equity. So I chosen P&F over candlestick for the equity and for the F&O trading, futures and options. I started using market profile as a basic setup and the Atmos setup. So I'm taking, this is the basic structure for the market profile. So I'm taking over you to the which is slide. I will share you a slide for you people to understand the market profile. So you can able to, you will have a doubt. For example, you will have you will come across with many slides. So I'm starting with a level. Currently, we will have a 10 because it's a subject to be taken through a time frame study. For example, the time frame has to have minimum 1 year, 6 months to 1 year to be with the market profile. Then only you will know how the system is working. Don't think that you can study over 1 month or 2 months. That was I thought over the period when I started studying in 2015. When I started losing money by doing this setup, I know that this is not a setup to study over a period, over a small which one weeks of a time. It has to have, we have to have contribute the time to the study, and that time take from me. I'm a slow learner. It took me 2 years to understand how the setup is working. 2 years, because I'm a slow learner. Because I don't want to give which one more work to my brain. So I started learning through slowly. So here I'm going to take you a slide for you guys. So you have a doubt, you can ask me, because this is a session not to taken through because this is a session of my through offline classes I am taking. So while coming to the online session, you don't have any, you have to ask questions to me, then only the people others having same doubt will clear. Okay, so do you have any doubts before going to the slide? You can ask to me. Hello.
Yeah, now you can go to the slides, sir. I will eventually
just
ask the doubts.
I'm going to share it just a minute. You are seeing this? Are you seeing this?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So market profile is a charting technique devised by Peter Schlemmer in 1959. So the Peter Schlemmer is a Chicago Board of Trade Director member. He was doing, while on those time he was trading with commodities. We call it commodities, where the started trading. That was the futures introduced in commodity segment, and the first future was introduced on commodity, not in equity. Okay, so the US, they used to trade with which one, wheat, corn, which one, some other things they will start at trading. So how he developed now, there is a that time also there's a time of not a 24 hours time. In currently the US market is a 22 or a 21.5 22 hours. It's a lengthy market. So you was having two sessions, overnight session and a day session. For example, when we are trading in 9:50 to 3:30, there that session in US is called an overnight session. Got it? And when they started at 6 o'clock, the market is opening. That is called a day session. So there is a session of overnight and day session for the US, and we only having a day session. We don't have any overnight because we are not supposed to trade in our market, overnight markets, and we can able to trade outside India markets. So this system, when he introduced now, he studied by seeing the volume in a particular time. He got it. Suppose when he is trading in the CBOT, he is trading for example, he trading a car. So it's a car is a commodity. He's trading it. When we are into trading, he figure out that at 10:15 there is a good volume is coming to the market. You see that this is a subject you have to listen very carefully. That's why I'm comparing with many smaller things, like a small way. better way to understand. So he was studying particular time how much oleum is coming to the wheat or coming to the which one yarn or coming to the which one some other sugar or fat something the particular commodity he is watching at a particular time how much oleum is coming. You got it?
Yes.
Have you clear it? So he studied the oleum for a particular time. You got oleum for the particular time. Then he denoted that into a time frame. Got it? So instead of putting in the candle, he mentioned that, for example, 9:50 to 9:45, the half one, because the market profile works with the 30 minutes time frame. You got it? The market profile, every 30 minutes candle is denoted by a number in a market profile. Instead of putting a candle, that area will be denoted by a letter. That is by market profile. So, market profile. Then he, for example, on 10:15, he studied the volume and he put the volume across. For example, 10:15, he used to call it as a C period. C. 9:15 to 9:45, it is called the A period. 9, I will come to that later. So that period he denoted as a C. So C, and for the corn or for the wheat or a wheat, this much oleum is coming. You got it? Likewise, he denoted over a time period. He studied over it, and he come across with different setups. And entire structure of his trading was gone too far using it. And for example, you look at market profile was introduced to the particular public people in 1985, not by him, by who? Jim Dalton. Dalton brothers, Jim Dalton, after came to the CBOT and discussion with the CBOT, till the time CBOT, Chicago Board of Trade, the largest exchange in the USA, was India, not in US, the world, that people were using this system is a secret setup. It's a secret recipe for them and institutional people. They, and for example, he introduced this setup to the people of institutions only, like Morgan Stanley, like many bigger institutions over the world, those who are trading in the CBOT. And 1985, it came to the public by Jim Dalton. And you know that when this was introduced to India, 2010,
2010
2010.
level.
That time only people, some only because I haven't seen the guy who introduced me to this setup. He was using for 2010. He said that I heard through Dubai's way only, not by India. He was trading in Dubai, so he said that I had seen this through Dubai setup, not in the India. So think about the system. In 85, it was introduced to the public in the US, but people here was using it. Currently, the structure of the many people, we can see many good people are using this market profile and they are making over it. So the concept, the seconds come. The concept was to display price on a vertical axis and time on a horizontal axis. You got it? So it's called a time price opportunity. Particular time he watched which rate was traded and how much volume. Currently, how he know that the volume? Because everywhere the world in the US has to trade over CBOT. He got it. So he can it's a floor trading. So he can able to buy the volume over there. Suppose the Suslon is trading at 10:15 is 25 rupees and the 1 lakh quantity is buying. So that he can able to watch, he can able to hear our CBOT. That's an auction market is trading over there. So he arranged the right. You have any doubt? The price is on the vertical axis. This is the price. You see the price?
Yes.
You see this? The vertical axis. And the horizontal axis, this is the horizontal axis, the time or a date or a time. So time is the data also a time. Okay, so the time is put on the horizontal axis. It is called a market profile structure. Whenever you see this kind of structure, you have to think that this is a market profile. Look at the left side, the candlestick pattern. You see this? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And look at here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Okay. We only have a M session that will be 9:15, 3:15 to 3:30. That will be ending. So US, they have a N session also. You got it. Look at it. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Anup or Jocelyn?
No, so
Munir
you
is
can
there.
continue.
So it's a setup. So I have, because you have to clear it based on base setup. Base to base, you have to clear it. Otherwise, you will get confused.
Okay.
So the third one, the market profile was introduced to public in 1985 by whom? Jim Dalton, and Dalton Brothers has introduced with the help of CBOT the public. And even though that time also it was limited to the institutional also. Very less people were known to have this setup to be a trading setup. And what is the important parameters of the market profile? The two things. You have to figure out two things. What the market is doing. For example, if you seeing a candlestick here, you are seeing the candlestick. I will share you another one. For example, I will share that one also. Just a minute. Just a minute. I will take the charts also. What's the time now? We only have. I'm taking it. Just a minute. I'm taking it. Currently, WebEx is not giving a good setup. Just a minute. Okay, I'm sharing the Ninja for you. Okay. You are seeing any chart is here? Have you seen it? Are you able to see the Ninja?
Ninja.
Hello?
Yeah.
You see, this is a Nifty chart. Okay. I'm
Yes.
putting into 30 minutes. Look at here. For example, in this, what the market is doing this area. I have to get a reply from everyone. Those who are here have to reply. What is you are seeing here?
Say
Just I will put a line for you. First one line. You see this area, what you are able to see?
we are seeing a downtrend. A selling is happening there.
No. This area. How you define this area? Not a downtrend at all.
Good.
Are the
Okay.
market is what the market is? Market is playing in a range or a market is giving a good trade?
It's actually giving a trade opportunity for trade actually there.
No, I'm not saying after the down. I'm saying this area. The market was
Oh,
59.31, 15,
okay.
16, 16. In a time frame of 30 minutes, those who are a position trader, what you are able to see? You are able to visualize a bigger mover.
Yeah, it's getting a base there actually.
Okay, or a consolidation. I used to
Yeah.
say this is as a
Is
range
that
market. The people will say
okay?
as a range market.
Range.
The range
Okay.
is consolidated in between 615, 868 to there's a 200-point range in the market. So the
Okay.
market is ranging. So the market profile structure is okay. The market profile structure is giving a two important parameter for you to understand. One, what the market doing, what the market doing. I shown as I given which one? I give this area. Are you seeing this chart? What the
Yes.
market is doing here? What the market is doing here?
Okay.
The answer is the market is in a range.
Range.
The candlestick pattern it is calling a consolidation range or a range trade. Range is going 200-point range and the market is happy. Got it?
Yes.
So, and the second questioning is it doing a great job, a bad job? If you are a positional trader, will you take a call over here or a put over here? If you are a positional trader, will you take a call or a put over here based on these box? These box, we don't able to understand what happening. We can able to see what happening in the next day. So will you able to take a or no? You will put your money over here. Are you
It's
ready to put your money over here?
no.
That's
It's
my
there is
question.
an uncertainty. We won't
Yes, the range
go for that.
is there. So the market is doing a good job or a bad job.
Doing a bad job.
So this is the two answer you will get to know by market profile. That I will come to. It will. This is the biggest thing to the biggest support from the market profile that you will get two answers. That is why I started giving this setup to you to understand it. So once you are going through the setup, like market profile, you are studying deep into that, you know that. For example, someday I will say the market is in range. I won't initiate any position above or below. I want to initiate any position in between this range. I will look to buy P over this area, sorry, C over this area, or I will look to buy P over this area breakout. So how I defined my trading setup, this area will be shown to me through market profile. So I can understand it. It is doing a bad job for me currently. It's doing a range and I don't want to put my money over here. I don't want to put my brain over here to worry that next day. When this range is breaking, I will take trade setup. Okay. So the market profile is a medium of listening to the market. For example, when you are seeing this market profile structure. Have you seen this the structure? Then if for example this is showing some cone in that time, the 1572, 1581. There is a 9-point trade is happening in a cone or a beat. So will you put a bigger money over here to anticipate a big move? That will be decided by market profile. So it is a medium for listening to the market. Why? Because we can able to understand why do we want to put maximum money or we want to put a minimum money over here. And the last one, the statistical representation of the market profiles in the form of bell curve. Anyone studied about bell curve? Many people are using bell curve. I will go to that. So any doubt over this first slide, you can ask me. We have to clear one by one, not to. I don't want to because it will take some. I have to. I can take n number of sessions for you, but I have to get a clear picture from your side that your base is fixed in every slides which I'm going. So any doubt, you can ask me. This is a simple setup. The market, while going through market profile, you have to use the right side and the which one, the vertical axis, the price is showing, and the downward axis, like the horizontal axis, the time is showing, time or date, any time frame is showing, whether it's a 5 minutes or a 10 minutes time frame is showing in the horizontal axis, and the upper axis, the right side axis, the vertical axis, the price is showing. That is why the market profile is called a TPO. This figure, you see, each letter is called as a TPO. Time, you have to note it. Time, price, opportunity. It's called a TPO. Time, price, opportunity. Time, price, opportunity. If you are seeing a period and it's straight to the 1581, which means that time is A period 9:15 to 9:45, and price which is showing 1581, and it is showing in the upper range or downward, that will be known by later only. So time, price, opportunity. Do we have an opportunity to take part in the market movement or we are not? And two important parameters in the market profile is defined as what the market is doing. Is it doing a great job or a bad job? And the rest is just a small thing, which slide to fill. That's why I put it. So, have you seen this bell curve?
We usually used
Because
to represent any data.
we used to do. It's a normal distribution curve. Otherwise, people will say everywhere, every statics, everywhere we used to put this as the information for to collect how the. For example, if we put the when we are saying when we do a survey, we will do this bell curve also, because we have to know which area is mostly affected and which area is least affected and which area is not affected. For a bell curve, for a medical study, for any study, it's a statistical representation or a graphical representation of the normal distribution. There was a system in a normal distribution. For suppose we are delivering 100 goods to the poorly affected area, we want to know that whether it is going to the right people or in bad people. We will do a survey over there. You got it? The result of the survey will be like this. Everything will be comes as a bell curve. It's called a normal distribution curve. Anything above or it's a distribution happening over the field, it has a, we will say that that area is very much affected, and that's a caution over there. When the 68% of the entire universe is working over normal distribution curve, okay? Or if you think about not universe, think about Earth, okay? We are living on it. So everything under the system is 68% of the system is working on a normal distribution curve. Anything going above this 68 is having a collapse or anything which comes to the economy. So a bell curve is a graphical representation of a normal distribution in a shape of a bell. You look at this is a bell now. You see this?
Yes.
It's a bell and there is a ring there. The top of the curve shows the mean and mode and median of the data collected. You got it? The mean means now this area is the highest concentrated area. So people will say that, for example, if we are I'm delivering a 5 kilometers radius. Some suppose the area is Parvatipuram, Nenjikode, and Kalakad. So I'm saying my village areas, these 5 areas. So when I'm giving 100 foods to the people of those area, the Nenjinad and Kalakod comes to this area. So I came to know that this area is mostly affected by the drought, and that other area is less affected by the drought if I am doing a drought data. So this is the area. This is how people are doing the survey. People are getting knowledge that that area is very highly affected. The bell curve is used in commonly in statistics, including analyzing the economic and that area. You know that any data is comes as a any data analyst people are using this, but this is very standardized. This is nothing to say about more. This is like statistical representation. So any doubt over this? You have to ask me doubts, boss. Jaslin, any doubt? Munir, any doubt? Anu? Other, I'm not
No,
seeing it.
sir.
Jaslin, have you seen? Do you have any doubt?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay, you can ask. Oh, this is a system. So before going to the market profile, you have to think the market profile. Every trade is called an auction. We never say that we buy or sell. That is, we will say that is an auction is happening. Auction. You heard about auction? Have you
Then
gone to the? Because
usually we say this Lelam in
no,
Malayalam.
Lelam. In Malayalam, this is Lelam. When we go to the fish market, some like when we go to the Kanyakumari area, there will be a fish area, harbor area. So there we used to auction. Me and because my cousins and we are doing over there. We go on there and do the auction in the Machli market. While we will buy. Suppose we are getting a which is seer fish. We are seeing a big seer fish. We will buy. Its cost comes around 6,000. So when we are doing an auction over there, the highest price people will get the seer fish. So the auction is it will take buyer and seller will come to a place called a market. You got it? Buyer and the seller will come to a place called market. There the bidding process will take care of. So usually this kind of a market was traded over floor trading. You got it? This is called a floor trading, where the buyer and the seller will comes. You've seen about which one that the movie of the Harsh Mehta that comes on Sony Live. I think what is the name? Scam. The Scam 1990. Have you seen this movie? Not movie, it's a series. Have you seen it? That the people are coming over the floor. They are which one? Chilling out like which one? Which we share. The Almia Simban 1250, 150. So that price, the bidding is happening. So here in the market profile, we will never say this is buy or sell or anything. We will say it as a auction market. We'll say it's a buy. Auction is happening and the buyer is taking demand over seller because the price is moving. When the price is moving upward, we will say that this auction market is favorable to the buyers. Buyers is having upper hand over the market because they are throwing higher price to the seller. So seller is cannot able to meet the demand. He cannot able to meet the demand and he cannot able to give the supply to the buyer. When the supply, and for example, here we will say that which one? Demand. For the buyer demand, we will say it's a demand area, and for the seller we will say it's as a supply area. That is why when I am messaging, the people, I will say the demand and supply. I rarely use resistance and support. Have you seen it? I've used the demand and supply, and the market profile the works on demand and supply. When the particular time showing demand, which means the buying is coming, which means the market is going to move up. If the particular time frame we are able to see a supply, which means the seller is coming over there. For example, when the American market opened a big gap up. For example, Monday we will open a gap up. Okay, what we will say 15.8, 58.20 level on the open side. Then after some time the market will get consolidating, and when the European market opens at nearly 12:30 to 1 p.m., then we will see a fresh demand or a fresh supply. Have you seen this kind of structure in the market?
Yes.
Hello? Yes.
Yeah.
So this is what, which one? The demand, the particular time. So the UK market or the world, the European market opening in the 12:30, 1 o'clock, there will be a fresh auction is happening. You got it? The people from there comes to do the fresh auction. So the demand is coming or a supply is coming. That is why it's time based. You got it? Time, price, opportunity. That's why it's a common setup. You have to understand it. So, any doubt on the auction market? Anything you have any doubt?
Mm.
Nothing, na? Can I go move to the next slide?
Can
Hello?
you once again say the demand and supply according to the market profile?
So, for example,
Mm.
uh, if you are seeing a car, for example,
Yeah.
suppose if there will be a big supply, how the market futures and options started now? There was when the wheat in US, the wheat was the biggest product over there in
Trading
the
product.
trade setup when that was introduced in 1890. 1885 there that time when they're having uncertainties in the calamities, natural calamities, because US was affected by big tsunami, not tsunami, big typhoons, like which one, uh big which one, some many areas affected by which one, which what those, which one you say that, which one,
I could.
storms,
Storms,
big
storms.
storms, no, big storm, we will say typhoon, like that. Big
But,
storms were affected by US. Nowadays
mm-hmm.
they are also affected by the fires. California is the city where affected mostly by wildfire. So even though the
Okay.
wildfire was there that time also, so this kind of natural calamity comes to the market, that people was very much worried about the production. When they will put the which one coughs over there, but they can't able to think that they can make to the mark, or they can make to the end, till the end they can make it clearly. So what on those time they started futures market, they will go and see a sell buyer, because the wheat production producers are the seller, and they go and meet a buyer over an auction market, and they will find out a suitable buyer, and they go with an agreement, say that after 6 months you will buy this kindle of wheat from me for this dollar. You got it? This
Okay.
is how a futures market was introduced, and this is called a hedging purpose. You got it? This is called a hedging
Hedging.
purpose. So this is how the futures market was introduced, and the area is auction. So if uh, uh, and that time also people were using some natural things, some setups to identify the which one natural calamities like this, fire, storms, they will use it. So when they
Oh.
are using it, what they happen, they if they suppose that some area they will say that this year they won't see a big storm or a big which one wildfire, so the demand will come. You got it? No, demand will come, no, demand will less. So n number of people will come to supply the wheat. When the n supply is coming, the demand will come less. You got it?
Yeah, so supply is higher,
But
then probably demand will be
because
less.
everywhere the wheat seller is there, so the
Mm.
price will come down, the supply will be come down, has to reduce for meet the buyer. When the natural
Mm.
calamity is there, when the storm is there, they will think that, oh, this year the wheat will be very less, so we
Mm.
have to buy it at any cost to sell to the people. Got it? So
Yes.
that time what will happen, the supply is very less and the demand will lift up. So this
Mm-hmm.
is how an auction market is working, and this is how a market profile is working. And for you guys, a supply and demand has to know using order flow only. That's a different setup. Okay. But how to identify the supply is there on a particular time frame. If we are focusing on, for example, we 15 to 60, that was the biggest selling happened on the market order flow last week. I said to you people, there was a huge selling and huge orders are coming, and a small bidding is happening. So once those area is supported, where you have to know that we will say that that's a support line. You got it? The support line, the candlestick pattern we use the support line. But here, when we are the particular month, highest time frame, we are trading near to 15 to 60 level. When there is a when these kind of trade setup is taken care of on a particular time period and a longer time period and the particular rate and a longer TPO, many TPO, A, B, C are trading, D, E, F, G, and next day also they are trading, which means that there is a demand is coming. You got it?
Yes.
That we will study through our experience only. So when 15 to 60 is getting good demand over there, do you take a put over there? And it's hardly cannot able to cross it. Will you take a put over there?
Oh, if the demand is higher, like that, we won't go
Well,
for.
how you identify doing demand over there? You see a n number of TPO over there. TPO means letter. You will see a n number of letter over there, and the price is moving up. Every time it comes to that level, the price is getting up. The rejection is happening. So what happened? You say the 260 is a tough rock fort to break. When that area is broken, we will see it. What happened? 15850. I said the 15850. Many people in the candlestick world, many you chartists are posting 15850 as the biggest support. 3 times we took. What happened the fourth time? We broken and we came below 15 to 260 now. So tomorrow we are going to see 15850. So we will look over there how the supply is there. We won't look for a demand. We will first initially look for a supply.
Supply.
Whether
Okay.
the older seller is coming over there, they are giving a supply over there, he is silent. If he is silent,
Okay.
which means that there is a supply is very less. So demand will come up. So these are setups. Okay. That you will get to know by every comes. So for I will give this as for our market. In our market, this is the Nifty in 2018-19 when I started the slide. So each hour is trading designated by each half an hour of a trading is designated by a letter. The basic building blocks of market profile are called time price opportunity, TPO. So for example, 9:15 to 9:45 is denoted by which letter? A letter. If you see a letter in a market profile, you have to know that this is the time of 9:50 to 9:45. If you see a B letter, you have to know that this is the time of 9:45 to 10:15. And if you see a C letter, you have to know that it's 10:15 to 10:45. If you see a D letter, you have to know that 10:45 to 11:15. You see how much number? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. M will be 15 minutes only. So we will give a less importance to the M. You got it?
Yes.
In the structure comes. Any doubt for this letter? This is the basic principle for the market profile. You end out. If you see a H letter, what time? Tell me the time. If you see H letter.
H is first of all coming under.
You can take a which one photo of this, no problem. You can take it. But what letter you are seeing? 12:15 to 12:45.
1, 2.
Sorry, 12:45 to 12:15. If you see a K period, what time? 2:15 to 2:45.
Go to 35.
So you have to figure out which letter denotes which time frame. Then only you can understand how the market is behaving over there. You got it?
Okay.
Any doubt over here? Jaslin, Munir, any doubt? Hello? Any doubt? Jaslin?
Yes, sir.
No, you can take the peek of this, or because you have to understand it. When I come to the next class, we will have next Sunday class also. When I come to the next Sunday class, I will ask which time frame is which. You have to give me a reply, because I'm give for you guys now. This setup I started when I started studying this market profile. I paid a huge money. You got it? I paid good money, man. Good money for this setup study. And in India, very less people are taking classes for the market profile. There was a 99, you can see a lack of people, those who are taking classes over which one? In a candlestick pattern, but very less people are taking classes in the market profile, because It's costly for studying, for utilizing, and for teaching. You got it? I'm giving
Yes.
it for a smaller money, smaller paisa. Why? Because now I struggled through making money in my early ages. I started studying different setups, introducing my setups into a different risk management level. I am making money. Manu know that I'm making money. Munir know that I'm making money. So why? Because they are with me for a long time. Because I have a 150 to 200 players, those who are with me for more than 5 years, 4 years, 3 years with me in my premium pack. Why? Because they know how I making them comfortable in trading setup, in comfortable in system investing. So this is a letter, you have to be clear. And this is the second. Do you have any doubt over here? So if it is 12:30, I can wind up it, or do we have to continue it? So we will continue it, okay? We will continue it. I'm going to share a chart for you. Just a minute. Look at it. This is a market profile chart of Nifty. You seeing it?
Yes.
Are you seeing it? Are you seeing this chart?
Yes, yes.
So, for example, look at the chart. You will see because it's a chart. It's a base. You will get a basic chart, and many figures, many lines you are seeing over there is customized. I'm paying dollars for these kind of setups. I have to have a higher end to the study for my trading. For example, I will share you the Bank Nifty charts. You see the Bank Nifty chart here? You see it? Have you seen? Why I said a sharing on Monday that 33,636, 33,690 level, we have to cross it with the demand. You see this area? You say this area, and I given a call option
Yes,
to
sir.
the people for the premium and the Chota Pack members at 3 o'clock. Why? Because now you see this is the seller area. Look at this area. I given as a green, a light green, lavender green. I put it. I don't know the color of this guy. Okay, but this area, my system gives me an introduction. My system gives me a line when the bigger seller or a buyer. It's a code. It's the proprietary code of mine. So it will provide you a line with the I linked this with the order flow charts. So then only it will give me a line over here that the seller is there. So we comfortably closed above this area on last half an hour. When I'm seeing a auction over there with the last half an hour, I given a call to the people, those who are with me, and I said that you can buy 33,800 call on 330, which was close at 317. Someone asked, can I average? I said you can average it. Hopefully that call will be opening here. Here. We will see a open above this level, and we will get a 150 points minimum in that particular call. You will get a 150 plus if the market opening above this level. So this is a market profile chart consistent. You are seeing that now A period. What is the A period time frame? Anyone say what is A period? This is the structure of the Bank Nifty. I'm splitting it for you. So what is the A period? Tell me.
9:15, 9:45.
Yeah, you are seeing 9:15 today. We had a big candle. You will say this is a candle, big candle. You look at the big candle. You see a big candle. You can see it
Yes.
now. First 30 minutes a big candle. The first 30 minutes high was broken by H period, I period, J period, K period. But on those period, it cannot able to close above it. And what happened in the M period? We had a close above that period. So this is the market profile structure comes, but you have to be clear that we are going for advanced study, you have to figure out this basic setup. So any doubt over market profile or till for fifth slide? This one market profile. This is the bell curve. This is the auction market. This is the basics, and we are coming into the setup. Okay. Can I go to the, because we passed level 1. We are going to level 1.5, not level 2. We are going to the 1.5. So have you taken the picture of, you can take the pic. Have you taken it? Take it.
Oh, we have to.
So first one, the initial balance. The initial balance, these are the setup developed by the everything which I am telling, developed in 1959. You got the how much of bombing capacity he had developed in 1959. Think about it. Jocelyn, you have no doubt? Speak up.
No.
Okay. So the initial balance means the first 1 hour of the market time is called the initial balance. First 1 hour. For the TPO period, we will say that the first 2 TPO. What is the first 2 TPO? Tell me the first 2 TPO. Tell me, boys. What is the first 2 TPO?
AB.
A and B. So the whatever the highs in the whatever difference, because the first 1 hour is called the initial balance, or first 2 TPO, A or B. A and B. The clubbing of A and B is called the which one? Initial balance. Or we in the candlestick pattern we will call it as the open range. You got it? Open range. We will call it as an open range. So initial balance, we will be very important. We will here of starting from here, we will say only IB. We won't say initial balance, we will say IB. The initial balance is denoted as IB, or it is called as an open range. Initial balance. So there, the first 1 hour will have a high na. In doubt, we will have a high of that first 1 hour candle na. The candle will have a high, and the candle will have a low. You got it?
Yes.
Any doubt? Any doubt? Munir? Ram? Anup?
No, sir.
Clear, sir.
So Ram, do you have any doubt? You joined by late, but you will have the video. So Ram, any doubt? The first 1 hour, there will be high na, there will be a low na.
Yes, yes.
So the first 1 hour high used to call as a initial balance high, or denoted as IBH, and the first 1 hour low is called a low,
Maybe.
IB low, which is called initial balance low. You got it?
Yes, sir.
So why I am saying is the first 1 hour in a market profile or any other candlestick pattern is very, very important. Why? Because that will give us whether it is a laggard or for example, what happened on Friday. We opened around the 15,750, 740 level. I said, nah, I won't take any longs here. I said to you people that I won't take any initially longs here, or I won't take any PE there. What
You
happened
told,
over there?
I was just watching.
And why? Because now when we are opening in a very good range of support, when the first 1 hour, there will be a mixed bags happening. Because there was a thought, there was a teaching by many people to the outer side where that in 2010, the institutional, the FIIs will come only 2:30 p.m. in afternoon only. They will come at their morning time. It's a, I used to say, when I came to know that this is a very bakwas, I was very astonished. When the bigger people are coming to the market, they will come to the straight open. You got it? You got it?
Yes.
When they decided to take the market from retailers, they will come at open. When they are not interested to take part of the market, they won't come. So these will things. I will say that there's a big goal in coming to the market. Why? Because I am seeing institutional player. Institutional no won't wait for 2:30 or 1:30 or 3 o'clock. They will come at 9:15, 15:01. So that is why the first 1 hour is called IB, initial balance, very, very important for a market structure. When the extension, any trade above or below initial balance or IB is called a IB extension. Got it? If
So,
we are extending above high of the first 1 hour, which means that who is in control? Tell me. When we are going above first 1 hour high, who is in control?
buyer is.
Yeah, a buyer is in control. Just any doubt? Ram, any doubt?
No, sir. Clear.
If somebody is extending above the first 1 hour high, which means that the first 1 hour there will be a good buying happen. That buyer is trying to put away from the higher area. So if a first 1 hour there will be a selling there, that seller will extend the market from IB low to the new day low. You got it? So the extension is called any trade above or below is called IB. If it is going by 5 paisa or a 50 paisa also, that is extension. You got it?
Yes.
First 1 hour high above we are moving even though with 5 paisa. The tick size of the Nifty is 5 paisa. Na? So if we are moving with the 5 paisa also, that is called a
Extension. IB extension.
extension. It's an extension. So whether it is a good extension or a bad extension, we will let you know after the extension only. We cannot able to okay, in prior that we are getting a bad extension or a good extension. That will know by only after extension. Nothing is certain in the market. Only we are concluding with the evidence which we are seeing in the market. So any doubt in the initial balance? So we
No,
complete that. We every time frame is denoted by a letter. So the first in every every 30 minutes is concluded with a letter. So first 30 minutes like is 9:15 to 9:45. It's A period. Then B period. Every 30 minutes letter by B, A, B, C, D. So when we are seeing a C period, you have to know that it's a 10:15 to 10:45. So that is the basic structure. The second comes the first 1 hour. The first 1 hour, A and B period, it is called the initial balance. The high of the initial balance is called initial balance high IBH, or a low of initial balance will be called as a IB low or a initial balance low. Anything above, any trade goes above or below of an initial balance means the first 1 hour high or low, which is called an extension. Okay, you clear?
Yes.
Clear? You
Yes, sir.
have to ask me doubts in the next session. Okay. I will share this video in the my YouTube channel. You go through it, ask me doubts. You will have a doubt. Okay.
sure, sir.
The second one. So I can't have, I am not going to take you more on the system. Why? Because now it's a simple system. I will go through it. Okay. This is the POC will come later. We will come to value area. The value area. You heard about value area? The value area is means I said now in a normal distribution curve 68% of the trades were normal. You got it? I have shown you a which one bell curve. Have you seen the bell curve? I shared it here. Have you seen it?
Yeah, the
This
breakup. Yeah.
area, the
Yes, sir.
31.4, 34.1 and
Point one.
34.1. You see it? That is the
Yes.
normal distribution area. 68%. Okay. So 68% of a normal system was called a value area. This is called a value area. The most highest value has traded over, because if you distributed a 5 area, 2 area you got a 68% of food packets sold, and the rest others having a less. Why? Because that area is mostly affected by drought. So same kind of area here we are seeing a largest concentration of area where minus 10 to 10. You see minus 10 to 10. You see this? Are you seeing it? Minus 10 to 10.
Percent to
It
10.
is called the largest volume concentrated area, 68%. So in the market profile, like initial balance, there is an important figure that valley area. Valley area represents the 60% of the volume. You got it? Valley represents the
Yes, sir.
68% of the volume. Okay. Suppose if you are saying this is the market, this is the Nifty. For example, this is the chart of a Reliance or order ways. So we are seeing a are you seeing a B upper and H down? You're seeing it. Okay. So B, there is a high in B. So that is IBH. Any doubt? High in the first to 1 hour. IBH is where? Here, where is IBH? What is IB? What is IB?
Initial balance.
AB.
Initial balance. AB. A and P period compared, it's called
Okay,
IB.
yeah,
So
yeah.
actually the IBH, the initial balance high happened in the B period at 1100. You got it? 1100, we got a high.
High.
And the low happened at 1097.50. That's the A low. You see, you are seeing the A low. You are
Yes.
seeing 1097.50. So that is a 10975 is the IB low and IBH is 1100. So and largest volume was trading in between 1097 and 1098.75. Why? Because now you are seeing the biggest TPO. You are seeing it. Large number of volume. How in the market profile we will say that the larger number of volume? Because we are seeing a lot, which that area you are seeing a largest TPOs. In a 1098.75 you are seeing A, B, C, D, L, M, N. 98.5 A, B, C, D, J, K, L, M, N. On those times the market were trading in this range only. We call it as a range. Hope you clear? We call it as a range from 10985.75 to 1097. So largest volume happened in this time frame. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Any doubt? Tell me.
PC.
Because there's a large in market profile, we will say a candle. We will see a number of TPO. Here on those area, we will see a largest concentration of TPO is there. We won't say it is the largest candle. We will say if you see a candlestick, we will see a large number of candles were traded over this area. You will see a biggest number of candle. Biggest number of candle over there. That is the area called value area. And same like initial balance, there will be a high for value area and the low for value area. Like initial balance, we have a IBH and IB low. Same like value area, we have a value area high and value area low. And usually, if you are comparing a market with 365 days, we have a 220, 230 market. And out of 230 days, 68% of the day market moves in a range market. You got it?
Yes.
And the rest 32% will market move. That days we will call as a trend days. And the other we will call as a consolidation or range market. 200 point, 300 point range. Then a breakout happen and then it's range. So like this is the way the market is moving now. 200 point there is a range. Then there is a breakout. Then some breakout trend continues for 5 days or 6 days. Then there is a range. Then it's a breakdown. Then there is a range. You got it? This is how a market is working. So 68% of the normal distribution curve, it is called market value area in the market profile structure. That the market will work 68% in the normal area. When there is an extension happening upward, for example, what happened here? There is an extension happen in the downward side. We saw a IB low breaking and the trade is moving. Then what happened? Next TPO, we cannot able to hold the low and we reversed it. You see, M after H 1096, we see an HTPO. Then H is going up. I cannot come down. J cannot come down. K cannot come down. M cannot come down below 1096. So the seller is filled over there. Okay. So because this area is the most activity happens, we can say that buyers and sellers are agreed on a price. We will say that this is a range day. Why? Because the buyer come when market goes to 110, the seller is coming. The market goes to 1096, there the buyer is coming. You got it? Because
Yes.
this area is mostly traded, on those rates, what happened? The buyer and seller is agree on a price, which means that there is no movement. There, when the buyer and seller is agreeing over a price, which means that there is no movement is going to happen. You got it?
Yes.
So this is how a system, the value area. So, and then any doubt for the value area, you can ask.
So this is for an entire day, right, sir?
No, whatever in the intraday, any time frame. If you are choosing an intraday, there will be a value area. If you are choosing a day time frame, there will be a value area. Because the 68% of the volume will happen whether it is day or week. There will be a weekly value area also.
Okay.
So we have a week, 5 days. 68% of the weekly volume combined in a certain area. So we will call as a weekly value area. You got it? Whether
Yeah,
if the same system will happen in the weekly value area, monthly value area, yearly value area, many things. So it doesn't work out. It's good for all time frame. Whether it is 5 minutes, whether it's 1 minute. Also we will have a value area. That is why it's very important. Then we will come to the back slide. You heard about point of control.
Yeah.
There will be a balance. The point of control is the largest TPO concentrated area. For example, while going here, how many in 1098 you see A, B, C, D, E, F, J, H. H is not there, but K, L, M, N. You see this?
Yes.
Yes. That is the largest TPO concentrated area. So usually when the largest TPO is coming over there, there will be a large volume also. Sometime it will differ. We will call it as a volume POC or a normal POC. That I will tell you later. So the POC is first. It is simply the price level where traders spend most of the time and market recorded highest volume of the day. Are you clear?
Yes.
It is the traders spend. We like traders spend over most of the time. Then, and we have seen a highest volume of the day. Have you clear?
Yes.
Or it is called as a largest TPO concentrated area. Like here, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 TPOs are there. Or usually the PO normal market, when there is a normal distribution day happens, which means we are moving in a range market. The POC usually crosses to the center of the value area. Here, you see this? The POC here at 109. You see this? Normal day, the POC will be center of the value area. You got it? Normal day. I'm specifying it. Normal day. Normal day, the POC will be usually closest to the center of the value area. Means second, the many traders consider it as the fairest price for the market participants to trade. For example, if it is a normal day, we are going to see a high. For example, I will look at here. When the MPD goes to 1099, it is a normal day. The value area is, you can see the value area high and you can see the value area there. So you can see that the market is not going from that level. I can take a small put over there for the trade of POC, because POC, you can able to see in the market price structure that it is signing at 1098. So when 1099 comes, you will sell the future or you will sell it and you will buy at 1098. You got it? So this, when the market comes to this area, you will came to know that, because I will tell you, many traders consider this the fairest price for the market participant to trade. So I will take a small trade over there. If I'm willing to take a small profit. It also called a prominent point of control, PPOC. Prominent. Some people will say the PPOC, prominent point of control. PPOC, 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 PPOC. POC I called as a POC. PPOC or a BPOC. Volume point of control, VPOC. So many people will say POC, VPOC, PPOC, many areas they will say, okay. So these all are same. Because when we are calling sugar, saccharine, or anything, these are all the sugars, sweet things. You got it?
Yes.
It's all point of control. That's why I came from VAs to point of control. So in a market, that is the equilibrium. We will say this is the equilibrium area. Equilibrium broken means some player has entered. Equilibrium maintained means market is not moving. We will say it is a range. You got it? How the importance of the POC? That is the equilibrium area. When the equilibrium breaks, we say somebody is there coming. You got it? But what happened to Ukraine and Russia? There is an equilibrium maintained over a period of time. When Ukraine started to move to the NATO, Russia feared that they will lose control over Ukraine. So they started a war with Ukraine. So the equilibrium maintained. And now what happened? The Russia is benefiting from world issue. Why? Because Russia is the largest country of oil not a natural gas producer. So what happened? The entire Europe cannot ignore. Entire Europe is running with Russian gas. Entire Europe. So what happened? The Russian gas cost, their inflation goes above. Why? They have to pay $2 for a gas. Now they have to pay $4, $5, $6. You got it? The price is doubled. So the equilibrium is broken, and who is benefiting it? Russia is benefiting. So likewise, that is a POC. The point of control, the VPOC, the volume, anything. Any doubt about this one? Point of control. Any doubt?
No. Sir, is
So
point of control and the VWAP same, sir?
no. Point of control is not a say. VWAP is volume weighted average price. That's VWAP. Okay, POC is different. Never think about POC and VPOC. In a normal market, in a 68% of the day, POC and VWAP can align together. You got it? It can align together, but it cannot be a same. I will show you which one? I will show you a chart. Look at the Bank Nifty. Yes, on Monday, you see a green line, 33,592.33, which is a VWAP. And what is a POC? You see left side, the left side upper side, the POC is 33,615. You see 33,615. You got it? And you can able to see there is the IB range of 33 points, which is first 1 hour high and low. Okay. What is the VA high? Value area high is 33,675. And value area low is 33,525. You got it?
Yes.
So the market is most of the time Friday, the market traded 33,525 to 675 area. The loss, you can figure it when you are visualizing the market on over the Friday. The market were 150 points up and down. It was rotating there. So here you see the point of control comes around between 33 or 615. But the VWAP is at 33,592. But you see
difference is there. Yeah.
You look at here. This is I'm showing here. You see the mouse. My mouse is here.
Yes.
This area. You see the mouse. You see 15th of June. The market is a balanced area. You can see that POC is 33,435 and VWAP is almost 8. You see the green line 33,438. So on those days when the normal distribution is happening, which is called a balanced day in the market profile, we will call it as a balanced day. Balanced day, the POC and VWAP is aligning. It's not giving up. It's aligning. Okay. So you have to be very careful that look at here. So the POC I used to call as a POC. Okay. Any doubt on this POC? You see the POC?
Yes.
The next one, I will go to the next one. And this, we will stop it here. I think we will stop here. We will take this slide on next day. Okay. This is the subject is going very, very lucrative from here onwards. We need a more lubricants for that moment. So I need you people to go through this slide because it's a 2-day subject, boys. It's a 2-day 7 hours. That is 40 hours subject is I'm going to take. It cannot concluded over here in a 2 hours or 1.5 hour journey. So we just did small 8 slides over here. We concluded it. So what first one is, we have to be clear that this is a market profit is entirely different with candlestick pattern. Never trust any candlestick pattern with the market profit. It's a separate one. You will know that something is going to happen over the particular volume. For example, okay, demand is and we can able to understand why, because now previous demand is there. The rest this all we will know by the structure trading with the markets. So any doubts over the market profit till the POC value area, you ignore it.
No, sir.
Okay. So the simple structure, why I am giving because I introduced that to you, that you have to figure out the candlestick pattern trading is right now outdated one. The people are moving. For example, when the institutions are using till 2010, but after it came to the limelight of many people, the institution are stopped using market profile. They are using it, but they have a different setup, which we all know. You got it?
Yeah.
So institutions have a different algorithm setup. They are doing it many things. For example, Numero, they had a superb setup. On a glimpse of a small time, I seen it from my friend, which I cannot share it. He was the fund manager for the Japan market over there. So he said to me that they are using it in a market. They are using market profile, but the advanced market profile setup they are using, which we don't know. The version they are using in a rather good version. They have cleared with many things. For example, you seeing the lines over here now. These lines I did through a proprietary system, because I given money for the US people to vote for me based on the other setup which I am providing. So these lines, when I'm seeing it, I have to know that this is a seller area or a big goal happened after the market came down, because it's a big goal happened area. It's a low value node, high value node. We will come to know for you guys. I will teach you end to end. You never miss any points from me. You got it? You never miss any point from me. I will teach you end to end, but it will take time. That's why it will take time. So I am concluding the classes here, because it's already we are 2 hours, most of 2 hours reaching 142, 145 minutes right now. So I'm closing the session currently. You can have a doubt, you can ask. We will have a 15 minutes doubt session. You can ask. If you don't have any doubts, I think that you learned well.
No, sir. I think we have to go through once again, and then we will
Yes.
have doubts. Maybe
You probably you will have n number of doubts. For you guys now, I don't know. I'm for you. I'm using a system. Some of the people are know that I'm using a system of room setup in US. Currently, I'm also using. I'm connected with a FX trader named one from Chicago. I'm using his room setup. He was very. He's a 56. 57 years old man. He was using this for more than 30 years. The trading system. You got it. Still, he's developed. He is having doubt, and he is brainwashing his doubts through the sessions. I'm also attending the session also. There for you guys now, if you have a time, if you get a chance to trade in the US market with this system setup now, you will astonish how much money lies over there in the 22 hours market. Because the people here in India can able to take time to 3:30. The FIA positions they will adjust to Singapore Nifty. What if they will trade to Singapore Nifty? They will adjust the position over there and they will come here and trade over the money. And Singapore, there is a less volume happening. Don't think that SGS is giving a good trade. SGS is having a very less volume happening area. But that is too mostly adjusted using for the adjustment of the overnight risk of Indian market by institutions. Okay, got it?
yes.
That they're using for the institutional players or a bigger players or proprietary players to adjust the risk of overnight. they are managing through SGX only. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a
So
when
many
we are
people
having.
actually
Tell me.
many people actually look at SGX Nifty and they if
Don't
it
think,
is
don't
high
use
they
it
will enter.
because
Yeah.
never, because when I am giving a we will see 16,850 by Monday when market 330, SGS was discount with our market. When we are trading at 680, SGS was 636. So what happened now? I given the gap up. Why? Because now I seen a buyer over market profit. For example, I will share you the chart. You see this? This is the order flow chart of the last on 30 minutes. You don't think what happened after the gap up. You see this is a gap up on the Monday. Then we haven't seen a buyer, but a seller, a buyer, a seller, a seller, a buyer. But after 215, there is a one guy here came. Look at here. Then buyer. The POC is migrating upwards. This is the POC. 15683 and the 15683 and 15712. The POC is migrating and the volume is coming. That is why I think. And for example, by the bank nifty, I will show you bank nifty. What happened to bank nifty? After the breakdown, I saw a big buyer, which I am. This is you are seeing this one 33,594. There's a good buying happened in 245, which I cannot share in other groups. So when the market is trying to cross above VAHI and and for example, you look at the candle here, you see a green candle. Have you seen a green candle? You see, you are
Yes.
seeing a green candle now.
Yes,
But how
yes,
much
yes.
volume over there? Minus 814. You see, minus 814. What do you mean
Yes.
by that? Actually, there is a seller, but you cannot compare the seller, but the seller will be there. So you cannot gap up and gap up. I given a gap up in the index and Nifty. I expected it and I given a buy with respect to this buyer. This buyer is a good one. That's why he's showing us a green dotted. It's a good one, good buyer. He entirely stays into structure. You got it. So this is how which one people are. I am which one concluding the setup. So this is the second level. I don't compare it. For example, this is another setup I am using. Yeah, I share the charts also. According to, for example, Nifty. This is Nifty setup. Where actually when we are crossing above 15,685, there is a chance of 16,129 and 16,227. That is why I said to you, have you said that above 16,850, a cross above this level? You see, this is the level. This is the level. 850. This is the level. So you see, this is level. This is the level above. We are having a gap of good moment. I said to the premium member, but I don't think so is capital because this is the area where we have to worry. This is a seller who drove the market. And I said this, and according to this level, the VWAP of the Nifty currently given a support. So the VWAP is going up. You got it. And for you, why I said to people that as long as we trade above 615,402, we will see 15,685. We got a gap up on this day. I shared the chat to the normal people also. Why? Because I seen a buyer over there, and these are the setups. The market profile will give you where to trade, and what is our objective. So while my objective is 16,685, if I am taking a trade, this is the area. So this was happened on the Friday itself. So when we are trading about this area, my next setup will be 16,850, this area. Which one? The buyer, look at the blue line, this area. This is my next setup. This is how I am giving a conclusion over my trades. So you have to go through which one? The slides which I shared to you, the recordings of the YouTube video, you go through it, you will have the doubt. This is a different setup. You are not able to visualize through the candles. So You go through it and you come through it. Then you will have a doubts. Then you ask it. For you guys, the market profile charts are not freely available to the world. You got it? The market profile charts are not freely available like candlestick. That's why I said people you go through our trading room and you will see the charts over there. And I'm working over you people to get this chart over my web page. So that thing is going on because, for example, everything the charts here I have to pay in dollars. You have to pay dollars to dollars. So any doubts you can ask. Yeah, if not, I will be concluding the session. You will get the video after the editing by today or EOD. Just go through it, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me over WhatsApp or messaging me. If you don't have any WhatsApp message number, I will share it to you. My number is, you can note down, 8891 393 634. Okay, you can message me because people are just you don't have my number. If you have it, no problem. So you can use it. You can send me message over there. You can ask me doubts. Once you thorough this session, we will go through in the, because we have a days, we have n number of slides to come up. So that's a session. I'm winding up. Thanks for being with me because I'm getting message right now. I'm getting many messages by being because people are outside. They cannot able to log in, saying sorry for me, but it's not a sorry because if you spend time for the market, you will get rewarded. That is a question I replied for them. You give time to the market will time your reward as a profit. You got your
Yes.
time, your effort will be rewarded as a profit.
Yes.
That's it. And bye. Take care. A warm Sunday for you. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.